The 2021 SBLive Washington Virtual Media Days for high school basketball continues on. I'm Dan Dickow alongside Andy Bueller. This guest, or guests, as I should say, from Woodland High School, Coach Jesse Buck and Beau Swett, about to get started with their season. Every season, as we all know in high school basketball in the state of Washington, seems to be starting at different times of the year. Woodland is about to get going. Coach, how excited are you guys that the season and practice is right around the corner?
We're very excited with so much this past year being in flux and the back and forth of not knowing, when and if we're going to be able to go. It's been really great to see the kids get in the gym and see their excitement, their work ethic. Yeah, we're ready to go. We've waited a while for this, and now it looks like it's going to happen. So.
Beau, I can tell that coach is ready to go to put you guys through conditioning practice day one. Are you in shape, and are your teammates in shape, and what have you guys been doing to get ready for the season to begin?
I would say we are all ready. We have all led up to this point, doing practices, open gyms. We tried to get outside games going wherever we could. We just haven't really stopped playing basketball ever since this started. So I say we've all been ready for a while.
Well, you take a look back at the last time you guys were together as a team, and you made that, district run that really, sparked a lot of momentum in the program. How have you been able to kind of take that and carry it through what's been a really long off season?
Yeah, Andy, that was a killer because we really had some momentum going into the off season, a bunch of buy-in, and it was like the most deflating thing for it to come to a halt. But thankfully, the guys we got coming back and coming up in the program, they you wouldn't know it. Every time we've been able, whether it's an outdoor practice in pods of 6 or whatever the case, work ethic was on point, right? And that's been one thing that's been encouraging for me. I know I've really appreciated that. It's hard going back and forth in your mind, kind of flipping the switch and getting ready to start and then having to back off. And but every time we've gotten together, they're still hungry, and it's just one of those things. It's a matter of time before we get going, and they're going to be ready. So
talk about, last year when we were doing this, there was a lot of, building team culture and building program culture. And would imagine that, throughout this past year, when you can't be in the gym together, Beau, as a team, it comes down to you guys staying together and being tight knit. How were you guys able to stay together as a team throughout this off season? And what was that like?
Well, a lot of us, we've been playing basketball together for a while, and we've grown up together. So we already had a good bond. And I say this probably brought us closer because it made all of us realize how much the sport really means, how much we really want to put into it. So it just made us really find ourselves in the end. And I think we're all just really pumped to be back.
Beau, you live in Woodland, just a little bit north of Portland. With all the downtime of not being able to participate during the high school basketball season, have you been following the Blazers and Damian Lillard maybe closer than you would have in years past? Or what team and what player are you trying to learn from right now?
I don't watch NBA as much as college, but when I do watch NBA, I like to watch the younger guys like Jason Tatum and stuff. I just find it really fun to see a new game coming in, and I try and take what I can from anyone, new moves, just anything I really can.
Coach, he's a Jason Tatum fan, learning from a lot of the new guys. You've had a chance to probably watch more basketball in longer stretches than ever before during the winter time. Anything that you've picked up on that you want to try to implement with your Woodland program?
It seems to be more and more a small ball drive and kick type game, and we're, I think, the second smallest 2A school in the state, so our numbers are typically a little smaller, and I think that fits us well. We've got a group of young players that are guard heavy, and so yeah, just freeing the guys up, playing a little up tempo on offense, embracing the 3 ball, things like that. It would be, my main takeaways from what translates at all levels, I think. And it's fun to play in, right? Have a little freedom. So yeah, that'd probably be the main thing, that and culture before everything, I'd say, you know.
Any new hobbies that either one of you have picked up during the COVID pause of not being able to have a true season?
Not necessarily for me. I found ways to play basketball and start working out and stuff, and same with my team. So I say, like, it's all new to us. We all really, like I said earlier, we all really found where we want to be and what we want to be. And so I think we're all just embracing it, working it all out.
I would say Santa Claus brought my 6-year-old an Xbox, and I have picked up Minecraft, and I mean, that's daddy bonding time. That's pretty fun. So I would say that's one hobby that I get to sit down with little man, and you know, we bond over it. It's a little less stressful than coaching his coach pitch team. So yeah, Minecraft would probably be mine.
Coach, I know you don't have a huge sample size, but just of what your expectations are and what you've seen so far, what makes this group you have now unique?
Oh, well, we're super young. We have one senior who was JV last year, but this team, honestly, I'm so excited because their competitive spirit, especially like this group of sophomores that's come up together. They played JV last year as freshmen, took some lumps to better prepare them for when they got their turn at the top. And this year, you know, there'll be times we'll be a little outmatched physically, but their competitive spirit and their expectation to win, I mean, it's on point with any classification, senior, junior, whoever we come up against. I really feel like we're going to come out and try to smack them with a big stick and see what happens, right? And they're kind of fearless like that. And that, to me, that inspires me. It gets me really excited. There was a lot of question marks with our youth and things. I didn't know what I was getting with some of the guys, and I just keep getting more and more impressed with each practice. And I wouldn't ask for a different group.
Look at some of the leagues across the state. I know this is a year where you're not going to be competing for that state trophy, but the 2A Greater St. Helens League, has about as much depth as any league across this state. Especially you guys add Fort Vancouver, who's got a great scorer in their program. What do you make of how the league might shake up this year, and what are you going to have to do to compete?
It's a gauntlet. I think first and foremost, you got to know your identity and how you're going to win, go about winning, and your players got to know that. There's a lot of different philosophies in our league, and you know, Bay and Fort both have, you know, some great athletes, and there's great coaches up and down the league. So I think just figuring out what it is you want to do, how you want to go about it, and staying true to that, and keeping the confidence and belief high. And you got to bring it every night, you know, and then the W's and L's will shake out how they're going to shake out. But I think that the culture and the mindset and the understanding that there's no gimmies. But you know, that's the way. I wouldn't change that. That just helps you for when you get to postseason, right? Going through a gauntlet like that, it's great preparation, and you get the most growth. You can really optimize your team's growth because you're testing yourself very frequently, and that's good for us as long as we embrace it and continue to work.
So Beau, he started playing Minecraft during COVID. If you're a video game guy, what's your go-to video game?
I would definitely say probably Call of Duty or a sport game like 2K or Madden. But yeah, those are my top three, I'd say.
So if you're a 2K or a Madden guy, what are your two teams then?
I would go Dodgers no, that's another game I play. That's for MLB. But for Madden, I would probably choose the Saints. And then for 2K, I would probably choose the Warriors.
Well, you can't go wrong with Steph Curry, that's for sure. He's been on an absolute tear. It's been fun to watch. Hopefully, you guys have a lot of fun that you're going to provide the Woodland community when you can get back out on that court and play some games because they are right around the corner for you guys. So for Andy Bueller and myself, Dan Dickow, and everybody else at SBLive Washington, thank you guys for joining the 2021 Virtual Media Day. And hopefully next year we can do this again in person.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.